And the LSU Alabama, I it's a gutsy call there. I don't know how good Alabama is, and I know you've said this before. Like we're seeing Nick Saban get out coached. That's strong to say for the greatest coach of all time, but why do you believe that?
I believe it because I've seen four games this year that have come down to the wire. Saban's team has won two and lost two. In every one, it was the feeling of me, which is what you're asking here, that the other guy did a better job. He's been pretty much a double-digit favorite in all these games. Steve Sarkisian, going back to the Texas game, had a masterful plan. So did Jimbo Fisher. It came down to about a two-yard play at the end that Alabama stopped them, and then Heupel really wiped the floors with Saban up in Knoxville a couple of weeks ago, and Brian Kelly outmaneuvered him as well. And Dan, we both know this is subjective, but I think we grade Saban on a Mount Rushmore type scale. Even when it's a close call, he's going to get the tie. Well, he's getting the loss right now.
And you go back to that loss to Florida State by LSU, and people were crushing Brian Kelly and his accent when he, appeared at the basketball game. He can have a Cajun accent today; it doesn't matter. It feels like LSU. He wouldn't beat Alabama if he was at Notre Dame. Being at LSU gives him the chance to beat Alabama.
Well, Dan, he has said repeatedly that he left Notre Dame so he could beat Nick Saban. He took care of that in one shot, and you understand this because you're deep into college football. But to LSU, Nick Saban is everything. He used to coach there. He won a national championship there in 2003, and that's the first time in that stadium in at Death Valley that LSU has won since 2010. That was just at the onset of Les Miles' run. Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
And it's really significant. And Brian Kelly got a lot of hate, and not only were people making fun of him because of his accent, Notre Dame people just trashed him, as you know. And listen, you walk away from something like that, and you think you have something better in Marcus Freeman, and maybe Marcus Freeman can lead them to a national championship. He had a pretty significant win Saturday night, but Kelly didn't care. At 61, he said, "You know what? I'll go make $10 million and get to eat the best Cajun food in the world."